Okay guys, so we're going to go through the scoop more in detail now. On Pete's here to watch at the same time, and then we can go through exactly where the lead's supposed to be positioned and then what's happening with the lead. Now, what I've got in my hands is a Mark II version of the original Tournament Match Pro from Any Fish Anywhere. Now, it's something which I used at the time when I was doing a lot with Adam, and the reason I used it is they're very forgiving at the end of the day. They're not an out-and-out broomstick. Obviously, they're a mid-range rod which has a lot of power and backman. They're a fisherman's rod at the end of the day, and they're very easy to bend. You know what I mean? It's not something that you're going to struggle with casting to bend. You're like literally overhead thumps and that, you can bend it. You put a pendulum cast into it, any type of pendulum cast, and the rod will bend. It's a very forgiving rod. So with that, what I'm going to do now is get Pete to stand to the side. We've got a 7-ounce lead on this at the moment, so it's going to feel a bit tip heavy, but it's going to help to position and know where the lead is at the same time. My recommendation when you're doing so is to make sure you're using heavier leads, because it'll help you with the timing at first. The lighter lead you go, the more crucial it is for timing. Okay, so we'll get into it now. So foot positioning, arm placement, out. So what Pete's going to be looking at doing is, I'm going to bring this down on my hand a little bit in a minute. I'm not going to cast it, okay, just for this thing. So basically what we're doing is we're smoothing, we're outswing, letting it drop, turning into the cast and moving. So what's happening with that lead? So the pumping, what we've done from before in the last episode, we're pumping out, we're bringing it around and pumping, okay? So that pump initially is to let the lead go out. As the lead comes out, we're allowing it to drop. As we start to allow that to drop, I'm scooping. Why am I scooping, may you ask? What's the reason of the scoop? If I scoop there, I'm out into here, that rod's just going to there. It's not doing nothing. That lead's not going to come around. As I'll show you now, I'll bring a lead out, and then I'll bring it out like that. See where it's going? It's not going correctly. The whole point of the scoop is to position the rod into the overhead thump off the ground version. So basically, off the ground is there, and I'm in the off the ground position. That is what the scoop's doing. The pendulum cast is an aerial version of the off the ground. So what we're basically doing now is bringing it out, letting it drop, scooping into that position. That is there exactly where I want to be, because as that lead comes up past me, I'm ready to cast, okay? The next part of that cast now is down to timing. The crucial part of this, which I'll go through now with Pete, is making sure when you turn and hit that rod, the lead is on the outside of the tip, which we'll go through now. So guys, what is casting off the tip? What is casting off the inside of the tip? You're about to find out. So I've got Pete, he's going to stand in front of me now. I'll get him to stand towards the camera. Yeah. So he's got the camera. What I want to do is I want to try and position. If you go to the left a little bit like that, you go to there, right? What I want you to do is feel, and I want the audience to look at home. So if you bring your hand there now, go back a little bit towards the camera. That's it, right? You hold that there now, right? So what I want you to do, mate, is if I hold that now, and I'm bringing that lead down there now, what do you feel on the rod?
Like a bungee effect, that pulling.
Right? You feel like a bite?
Yeah.
Do you feel off balance at all?
No.
So I've got no control over you whatsoever?
No.
Right? What's that doing to the rod?
No idea.
So what position, where, if you were hitting a lead from there now,
yeah.
What part of the rod's bending?
Oh, the tip, sorry.
Yeah? The tip. So even if you get the lead and you like powerful, you're not bending it a lot. It looks quite
I get what you're saying.
Quite J-curvy, okay?
Yeah.
This, guys, is what a lot of anglers do, because you're not getting into the midsection of the rod. Now, what I'm about to do now is change that. So I'm going to come to here, right? And I'll do the same thing again. What does that feel like?
Much more aggression.
A little bit more aggression?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about if I come to here?
A lot more again.
Yeah, I can feel it, right? Watch this. This is what's called outside of the tip, okay? That's your reel going, isn't it? Yeah. Tighten your reel right up and wind some right line on a minute. He's put me off my demonstration. What you'll find, guys, there's not a very good drag on these, but yeah, you go. Just go on. Is that as tight as it'll go now?
Yeah, it will be.
Thumb that spool for me. So, I can pull you now. Yeah? Okay? I wasn't going to do it totally, but I could pull you forward because of the reel. If that was like a Saltiga or something, we locked that right off now, and he had this other thing, and there's quite a lot of spring in that as well, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Okay, I could literally pull. You can feel the difference. How much can you feel the difference of me being back there?
Massively. Well, yeah, because when you're there, I'm in control. Over there, you're in control.
Yeah. So what that's telling you is having that lead on the outside, as you start to come through, is going to basically bend the rod.
Yeah.
Okay, it's exactly the same as what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
No compression.
No.
It's all off the tip, right? And what you'll find is a lot of anglers and guys that like guys that think they can cast and they're hitting good distance. They're hitting good distances still, 100 yards or 120 yards still, but it's only the tip what's bending. Imagine if you're only bending that much of the rod. If you're going to get into that section of the rod, that's the difference between casting 120 yards and hitting 150, 160 yards when you're fishing. You see other tournament casters when they're literally folding T1200s because of, and it's a mate. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not a tournament caster. I'm a fisherman. But what I'm trying to explain is the science behind it and of lead placement. So if you're hitting your lead anywhere inside here, it's no good at all. You're casting off the tip. If you're hitting it on the back, outside the arc, letting it go around and into the correct position. When I say the correct position, if I come from here for Pete, exactly the same, not going to not feel that at all, right? As I start coming round now, right, you can't feel nothing like that. You're coming around there. This is where I'm here now. This is where I want to be picked up, guys. I want to be picked up here. I'm back here being picked up. The rod's coming around now. If you start coming around your rod slowly, not really quickly, go on, start coming around, right? Go on, slowly, go. Look at that rod bending, right? You carry on as you can cast, really slowly. Now bringing it round as you would probably cast. Okay, look at that rod. That rod would be buckling over there now. That is where you need to be hitting the cast. As soon as it goes round the back of your head, and you've done, wait, trying to knock me out there. But as you soon going around like that, as soon as that lead goes around, let me show you quickly. So we start later now. This is what a lot of people make the mistakes of. And just sort of, it's good for Pete to be watching this at the same time. So basically, as we come out like that, we're letting it drop, we're letting it come around. Don't hit it now. As soon as it comes past you, don't think, oh, we need to hit it now. Leave it. Timing is everything. Watch your cast. Yeah, watch your cast and feel your cast. So not even cast for a stage, right? So if I look at this now, I'm going out swing, I'm letting it back, I'm letting it come through. Five, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And I could have done it then. It was very slow. The more lead speed you create, the less timing you'll have, but it's bang. Okay? Don't rush it. Take your time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. There's a little bit more data involved in that information which you can take away with you. I hope you get on, as I said, guys, slow everything down. And in the next episode, we're going to start casting. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Check it out. We'll see you in the next one.